Hi everyone, it's Anne. I'm back with a reading for our lunar eclipse in Scorpio. This is our full moon on May 5th, and it is a penumbral lunar eclipse, which means a partial lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And that will occur at 10:22 a.m. Pacific time. It will not be visible in North America, but it will be visible in many parts of the world. So if you can see it, I hope that you do. But I'm just going to pull one card and do a quick reading for this lunar eclipse. And also, many of you know that Pluto just transitioned from Capricorn into Aquarius and now is retrograding back into Aquarius. And this is a big deal because Pluto moves signs only about every 20 years. And so it marks a generational shift. And that happening along with this eclipse, along with Mercury retrograde, means lots of changes in the air. And the best thing for us to do may be to just let the changes happen without trying to manipulate or do too much, rather than just be centered and stay grounded. So on that note, I welcome you to join me in taking some deep breaths. And I've already shuffled my Aquarian deck 8 times in honor of Scorpio, but I'll shuffle one more time. And we'll just pull one quick card for this moon cycle. So let's see what it is. It is the moon. This is pretty funny. Those of you that joined me and Mo Ballestern at her event called Stir the Pot know that this is the one card I pulled at that event as well. And please let me know if you'd like more information about that. It's in North Portland, periodically on many of the special events of the moon cycle. The next one will be for summer solstice. But the moon is about mystery and the unknown. And of course, this is special because we're having the lunar eclipse. But this is a card that often comes up at a time when we can't really understand what's happening. We don't know what's happening. And there's really nothing to do other than just soak it all in and accept the fact that there will always be unknown information to us. We can never know everything. But the moon itself represents a reflection of reality. It's a reflection of the light of the sun. And it is a mirror to us and to our feelings. So if we're able to view the moon, that's wonderful. And it's a great thing to do in order to feel our feelings, or to get centered, or to approach being more in touch with our emotions, which is always a good thing. It's also a nice way to allow ourselves to process our emotions, whatever they may be. And when doing that, I invite you to join me in accepting whatever emotions come up without judgment, or with as little judgment as possible, which can be really difficult, especially if we've been raised to believe that we should be strong, we should avoid showing emotions, and we should control the emotions that we have. In other words, that happiness is acceptable, but anger or fear or hurt feelings are unacceptable to show. So those are some things to think about regarding the moon. And I would just also like to highlight the fact that the moon is often associated with insanity and with a lack of mental stability. And this is something that affects all of us to varying degrees, but thankfully in recent years has begun to become destigmatized. And those of us with mental challenges or mental diversity are becoming more seen and more accepted and more acknowledged and more known. And that's a good thing, because all of us are pulled by the forces of the universe, and the moon, of course, in our world is a very powerful force. As you know, it pulls the tides and it pulls our blood, which is mostly water. It pulls us, and it affects all the cycles of the universe, especially certain cycles of nature. Certain flowers bloom only when the moon is out. And we notice patterns that happen with the moon, especially those of us in female bodies. So the moon is here to be honored, and I welcome you to honor it, as well as to honor the unknown and the mystery within ourselves, and to accept that there is a certain amount of trust that we have to place in the moon, because it does return every month in its fullness, and that is a beautiful thing to be celebrated, in my opinion. So there you have it. It's the moon number 18. This is the Aquarian deck, and if you would like to have a reading with me privately, please reach out. I will be at Cargo every Friday for the foreseeable future. Stop by between noon and 4 p.m. and I look forward to connecting with you soon, and I'll see you next time for a new moon reading. Bye for now.